Hey there, and welcome back to the Happy Hookers Closet. My name is Nina. We are making some very, very cute ruffle booties. I just started making these this weekend and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to do a tutorial for these because these are definitely like a beginner friendly project that you can make. So this is the foot, this is the heel, this is your ruffles. Where you put your foot, you know what I'm saying? Yay, they're so cute. I've made like 4 different colors already. I've made child size. Like, I'm ready to put these out there. I think they're just adorable. So we're going to start off with a pattern of those. I am using I Love This Yarn from Hobby Lobby. This color is just straight up pink, but you can use any color that you want. I also am using a 5mm hook, a needle, scissors, and of course the holy grail, the stitch marker, because we don't want to lose our place. And you know, all of us crocheters, we cannot count. All right, so first thing we're going to start with is a magic circle. Now, if you don't know how to do a magic circle, I will put the link for mine in the description below. And yeah, you can use that. So we're going to do 6 single crochet into our magic circle. We already have our first chain right there. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, we're going to pull tight. And then we're going to do 2 single crochets in each stitch. So you're going to do increasing 6 times. So we're going to start with this one. We're going to increase. We're going to do 1 single crochet in the first stitch and another single crochet in the first stitch. That's how you increase. And then we go into our next stitch. We go 1 single crochet, and then in the same stitch do another single crochet. So that's 2 increases we've done. Now we go into our third increase, 1 single crochet in our third stitch, another single crochet in our third stitch. And you keep going all the way around. We're in our 4th increase. And now in our 5th increase. And this is our last 6th. 1 and 2. So you should now have 12 stitches all the way around. We are going to use our stitch marker to make sure we remember where we're at, because we can't count. So now we're going to continue our increasing, but we're going to do, in our first stitch, we're going to do 1 single crochet. In our second stitch, we'll do an increase of 2. Then in our third stitch, we'll do 1 single crochet. Next stitch is 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? So first stitch is 1 single crochet. Second stitch is 2 single crochets. 1 and 2. Okay? We do it again. 1 single crochet in the next stitch, 2 single crochets in the stitch after that. And then we keep doing that all the way around. 1 and then 2. All the way around. 1 and then 2. 1 and 2. 1 and our last one, we do 2. Then we put our stitch marker in our last stitch right there. And then we do another increase, but we're going to do 2 single crochets 2 single crochets in the same stitch, 2 single crochets, 2 single crochet in the same stitch. So 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, all the way around. That's our pattern. 1, 1, and 2. Whoops. 1, 1, and 2. All the way around. All right, we just finished that round. We're going to increase one more time. And now we're going to do 3 single crochets and an increase. So it goes 1, 2, 3, increase. 1, 2, 3, increase. 1, 2, 3, increase. All the way around. So we go 1, 2, 3, and increase. So that means 2 in the same stitch. And then 1, 2, 3, increase. All the way around. This is our last increase round. I'm finishing up that last increasing round. Increase. All right, so now we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds. 5 rounds. So if we have 5 rounds, we have to make 23 rounds of just single crochets all the way around 23 times. So we're just, from now on, we're just going to do single crochet all the way around 23 rounds. We're going to do that for, to equal out to 28 rounds in total that we will have before we start working on our heel. So right now we're just doing single crochets all the way around for 23 rounds. Single crochet all the way around. I will meet you guys back once I'm at my 23rd round. 28 in total with our increasing rounds though, but we're only going to do this 23 times. I know I'm confusing. Sorry. All right. I shall return. Alrighty, so we just completed our 23rd round of single crochets only, but in total you're going to have 28 rounds all together with your increases included. So we are going to move on to working on the heel of our booties. So you continue on with single crochets. You're going to do 16 single crochets, and we're going to start here. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so we have 16 single crochets. We are going to chain 1, turn our booty, our work, and we're going to go back all the way until we're not going to do, so where our stitch marker is, in that stitch, we're not going to put a single crochet there. We're going to stop here at this one right here. So chain 1, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. This is how we start our heel. So now we're going to chain 1, we're going to turn our work, and we're going to do that again. So right now we have 1, 2. Then we're going to do this again. This is our 3rd round. We're going to do this 8 rounds total. So you're going to keep doing that. You're going to go single crochet across, chain 1, turn your work, single crochet across. Here is your heel. So it's open right now, but this is what it'll look like once we close it up. So this is our heel. We're going to close this piece up here. So we have to turn this inside out. Turn your booty inside out. That sounds weird. All right. Turn the booty inside out. Okay. So you're going to chain 1. You're going to turn your booty this way. And you see these two, like this stitch and this stitch, this and this, this and this. You're going to insert your hook into this stitch on the other side, and then insert your hook into the other stitch, and you're going to slip stitch. So you're just going to slip stitch your booties together like so, or the heel, only the heel. You're going to slip stitch the heel together to close it up. You're going to chain 1 and turn, and then you're just going to go here. You're going to slip stitch again all the way across your heel, just so that you can get to the other end so that you can start your next step. So I'm just slip stitching all the way back up. Slip stitching all the way up. Okay, then we're going to chain 1, and we're going to flip our work back right side out. Flip your work back right side out. And this is what we'll have so far. So now our heel is closed, like so. And now we're just going to work single crochets all the way around for 5 rounds. Work your single crochet all the way around for 5 rounds. So we had already chained 1, so we're going to start here, and we're just going to go into this first stitch right here, or this first little space, like the little spaces that you find. This is a space that all the way around. And also, you can take your this stitch marker, tongue tie. You can take your stitch marker out. You're not going to need it anymore because you know where your end is. It's right here. This is where you started. So, I mean, if you want, you could put your stitch marker right there. That's going to be your first stitch. So, you just keep going around. I'll meet you at the end. All right. So, we're almost at the end of our single crochet round, and I'm gonna this is our last one right here. Here's our stitch marker. Here we are. We're going to take our stitch marker out. We're going to slip stitch, and then we're going to chain 1. And then we're going to do single crochet around again. So first stitch is right here. Put it right there. You're going to do this working in rounds. This is the second round that we're on. You're going to do it 5 times in total. So 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5. So I'll be back after the 5th round. So we just finished our 5 rounds of single crochet. We're now going to work on our ruffles. So we slip stitch in our last round. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to do 2 half double crochets in each stitch. So we're going to increase 2 half double crochets in each stitch. 1, that's 1 increase all the way around. 2 half double crochets in each stitch all the way around. Okay, this is the first round of ruffles. So 1, 2, all the way around, you guys. So we're at our end. We're going to do our last increase right here. And then we're going to slip stitch. So we're slip stitching here in our first half double crochet. And then we're going to chain 1. And here's what we have so far of the little ruffle. It's just slightly ruffly right now. See, just a little bit of a wave. We are going to increase in every stitch again. We are going to do a half double crochet increase in every stitch again. This is what's going to give it its ruffle. The real ruffle. So you're going to do 2 half double crochets in each stitch all the way around once again. So I'll meet you at the end. All right, so we are finishing up the last half double crochet increases on this booty. And you can definitely see that the ruffles are ruffling, which I'm really excited about. I love these things. I love these little booties. They're so comfy. All right, so we're at the end. We are going to slip stitch on our first half double crochet. We are going to fasten off. We're going to grab our scissors and our needle now. We're going to cut and close. So once we do that, all we have to do now is turn our work inside out, and we have to weave in our ends, and then our booties are completed. So we grab our needle, and you guys, should know how to weave at this point. You kind of just go back and forth wherever you can find space. Go back and forth a couple of times, and then cut the end. Right there. And then this one has this right here. You're going to weave in that end. And then your booties are completed. So we just cut right here. Turn them right side out. And there is your booties. That's how you make them. Now you got 1 and a 2. They're so cute. All right, and here you have it. So I'm a size 8, and these fit me perfectly. These could fit between a 6 to a 9, I would say. So a size 6 to a size 9. Look at the little ruffles. That's my favorite part of these, and they're so comfy. They're so comfy. They're the cutest little things I've made. I love them. So there you have it, the ruffle booties that I've made, and I hope that you guys send me the booties that you've made. I'm sure you guys are going to use some pretty cool colors. With that being said, I hope this tutorial was helpful to you, and thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. You know the whole deal. It's all love here at the Happy Hookers Closet, and I'll chat with you guys later. Bye!